Everybody, I want to thank you for being here today. My name is EJ Powers. I have the pleasure of working with the Friendly Toast, and the honor of being your MC today and introducing the speakers. And first off, I'd like to introduce Eric Goodwin, who's the co-owner of Friendly Toast, to say a few words. Eric.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out on this beautiful day. It's so great to see this big turnout. We're incredibly excited to be part of the Concord community and be a contributory, integrated member of the community here. Many of you don't know this, but this is a full circle moment for me personally. I raised my family here. I lived here for over 20 years. And to come back around after all this time is very rewarding for me and really excited, and we're really excited to be here. Obviously on a day like today, you know, it takes a village to do something at this scale and this level. And I just want to thank a few people. I want to thank my team, first of all, Staci and Maddie and the Friendly Toast team. I'm incredibly grateful for all the hard work that everyone has put in. And of course, I want to thank Steve Duprey, the king of Concord, you know, that's he's the guy. You know, Steve and I have known each other for a long time, and I was looking in Concord, many different locations, and over the years I wanted it to be right here. And when Steve sort of kicked this idea to me, which I think is 5 or 6 years ago, and here we are today, I was really excited about it. And you know, it's been a incredible downtown revitalization of Concord from when I was here 20 years ago and all that. So we were just wanted to be part of the downtown area and all that. But you know, COVID happened and then other things happened. It's been a journey to get to here. You know, like I said, a 5+ year journey for us, and we're incredibly happy to be here. I also want to thank John Stebbins, who will speak here, from Procon, and Tracy from the Procon team. We've been really excited to collaborate with Steve and Procon and Ben Carino, our construction team. In this process, you know, it's the first time we've kind of worked together with someone, and it's been a great process. And we're really excited to be part of Steve's vision of Arts Alley, which is super cool, all the activity going on here, and we're really thrilled to be a part of that. I did want to thank Tim Sink as well from the Chamber and the Chamber support. Tim and I go back, I think, 30 years as well. So, and I think this is Tim's last day over there, so we should congratulate Tim. One more, all right, one more.
Tomorrow is officially Tim Sink Day.
All right, Tim Sink Day in Concord tomorrow. All right, that's cool. But he's been at it a long time and has been, you know, incredibly impactful to Concord for several years. And again, it's a full circle moment for me too with Tim. So, but otherwise, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for the support. We're looking forward to being a charitable, giving, kind, generous member of the community. And thank you all very, very much. Thank you for being here.
Next, we'd like to introduce John Stebbins with Procon Construction. John.
Thank you. Geez, we had the pleasure of being at the coming to the AIA Awards ceremony right next door to the Bank of New Hampshire stage last Thursday night. It was pouring outside, so not at all like this. But we walked in, we were having cocktails upstairs, and I looked out across at the function space, and it was jamming up there, Steve. The building looked gorgeous. The lights were shining in front, and I was really, really proud of my team at that moment. So thank you all to the Procon staff. The architects, engineers, interior designers, estimators, and construction professionals. I wanted to just call out a few individuals: Adam Morrill, Mike Lawrence, Mike Anderson, Nancy Arnholm, Ross Mortimer, Brad Diver, Steve Pinto, and Bob Graham. You guys worked really hard on this project, and it shows. It's a gorgeous project. So thank you. And then we really couldn't have done it without some great support from the city of Concord. Mayor Champlin, thank you. City Planner Anne Marie Skinner, thank you. Building Inspector Dario Carrero, thank you. City Fire Marshal Paul Soroy, thank you. And Pete Kolhami in the engineering department. I heard you were instrumental getting this thing over the finish line, so thank you so much. And then a special thanks to Steve Martin and Sal Parizo at the Bank of New Hampshire stage for their patience and accommodation dealing with a very disruptive construction project for 10 months next door. So thanks to them. And then thanks to the team at Duprey Hospitality for your partnership, teamwork, and collaboration, especially Pam and to Kate. It was a real pleasure working with the whole team. So thanks. Finally, Steve, for your trust in Procon, thank you so much. We had the pleasure of being able to deliver your incredible creative vision, and we, it was a long process to come up with this, but man, it is freaking cool. I had no idea, and we started with apartments. There was condos, offices at one point, but I think what we came up with, what you came up with, is just something incredibly special, and it's going to be a treasure for the city of Concord for a long time. So congratulations. With that, that's it. So enjoy.
It doesn't say king on the list here, but I'd like to introduce Steve Duprey next to speak. So, Steve.
Thank you all. It's great to be here. I'm always screwing up and forgetting some people to thank, but I do want to thank some people specifically here, in addition to everybody who helped on this. First, Eric Goodwin, his partner Scott Pulver. I was just reminded, his son Tyler, I was his youth lacrosse coach, and I thought it must have been 10 years ago. Tyler's 35, so it was a little bit more than that. I went to them before COVID and said, I've got this great idea. You need to come home. You need to be back in Concord, and we've got a great spot for it. Then we had this thing called COVID. Then I said, just wait a couple months while we're reworking the design. 5 stories, 4 stories, 3 stories, 2 stories, 1 story, 2 story. And then, by the way, I know we can save this perfect Norris house. It'll only take a few months. That was 2.5 years. But thank you for your patience. This is going to be a real draw to the downtown. It's good to have you home. Next, I want to thank my team, Pam Bissonette, our COO, who really makes the company run, John and Sherry Firms, Jenna Bood Arad, Kate, and our entire hospitality team. What we do is simple, but if we make people's day a little bit better with a great event, then that's enough for us. When I went with this vision, some thought a nightmare. Both the Bank of New Hampshire and CRDC had faith that we had something that would actually be profitable here. So thank you. It was an extreme act of faith. They sort of got the idea of friendly toast. They knew that. They sort of got the idea of some more function space. They weren't sure what the rest of it was, but thank you. It wouldn't have happened without your taking a real risk. The Procon team is fabulous. There's no other contractor, I think, who could have done this job. This looks like a simple project. There was nothing simple about it. We did 6 different design iterations, and then even though it looks just like an alley, there's more stuff there underground than you ever want to know. Adam Morrill and Jim Loft and Mike Lawrence, Brad and Divers, Steve Pinto, Bob Graham, Nancy Armholm, all the team, and I know I've left some out. Thank you so much. This has been fun. It's been a fun project, notwithstanding some bad soils here and there, and a few grade changes. Really fun to work with. Wilcox and Barton did a great job keeping us out of environmental trouble and making sure grades work. We appreciate that. Long ago, Unitil and the city of Concord stepped up with a TIF. We had utilities in this alley that served the whole block. If we weren't able to relocate those, there was no project. The city did a fabulous job for us. Matt, thank you. You took the lead on that. Gary here from Unitil, thank you. That's what got this project going 5 or 6 years ago. Our neighbors, particularly the co-op next door, the Bank of New Hampshire stage, fabulous job. The chamber's been very supportive. I understand this is Tim's last ribbon cutting, I think. 30 plus years of working together. And then last but not least, the inspiration for this project. Some of you knew Van McLeod, our arts commissioner. Van was an idea guy. He was good at waving his arms and saying, you should do this or we should do that. And back when we first bought the Bank of New Hampshire stage and started talking to the Capitol Center for the Arts, I said, they wanted a second venue. I said, oh, we've got an idea, but then we had to buy the greenhouse in the alley. And then from there, we had a greenhouse and an alley. And he said, you should create an arts district happening place, and he'd wave his arms. And I hope somewhere he's looking down and saying, or looking sideways or up, and would be proud of what this will do for Concord. So I love being part of the team. I am inspired every day by this wonderful little city, which has been so good to me and my family. And it's just an honor to be here today and to be participating in this project that will be here long after I'm not. Thank you.
I'd like to welcome Mayor Byron Champlin to the stage to say a few words.
Well, my dermatologist would not be pleased by the fact that I ran out of the house this morning without putting my sunscreen on. However, I'll try to soldier on. First, let me welcome the Friendly Toast to Concord. At long last, I have to say your fans have been waiting. I'm particularly proud today since the Friendly Toast founder, as you've heard, has Concord roots. So this is sort of a homecoming, though it's been a while in the making, but welcome home. Lately, I've been noting the length or the longevity of Concord's Main Street businesses. 50 years for Pitchfork Records, a century for Endicott Furniture and Granite State Candy, 127 years for Gibson's Bookstore. And those are only a few of those stories. So, in that context, I hope that the Friendly Toast will join this tradition and be a downtown fixture for decades and decades to come. The Friendly Toast will be a singular addition to our vibrant downtown, particularly as part of the new Arts Alley development. So I'd like to compliment Steve, and many people here today will and should, on his vision for this striking new venue. So congratulations, and I'm glad that you acknowledge Van. Van is sorely missed, really one of the true visionaries that Concord has had the advantage of hosting, and I think about Van every time I go past this venue next door, and frequently when we think about the creative economy. I'm proud that the city of Concord had a part to play in bringing us to this day by burying power lines back during the Main Street project in 2016, as well as by relocating aerial utilities here in 2022. And I think that we'll all agree that the site is a lot better for that action. The rebirth of the old Concord Theater next door, which also has Van McLeod's fingerprints on it and Steve's, and then to create the Bank of New Hampshire stage, combined with Arts Alley, creates another new center of activity and energy in downtown Concord. It continues the trend of positive development moving south on Main Street, a trend that I hope will continue. So once more, welcome to the Friendly Toast, welcome to Arts Alley, welcome to your Concord home.
And our final speaker this morning is none other than the CEO of the Friendly Toast, Staci Pinard. Staci.
All right. Thank you so much for being here. We are absolutely thrilled to officially be open today to the public. Been a long time coming, and we've put a lot of hard work into our training and having the best possible team. So hopefully you'll go inside and see our great team in there. We've got excellent food. The past weeks, we've been training soft opening wise, and we've thrilled to donate 450 meals to the Friendly Kitchen. So that's a practice session for us. This weekend, we had our friends and family practice session, which was very successful. As we mentioned, we love to be a great part of the community, and we're thrilled to be able to donate to these local organizations beside me. So we've raised $2,500 for Thrive New Hampshire, as well as $2,500 for the Concord Coalition to End Homelessness. So, happy to present these checks to you all. There you are. This is what it's all about for us, so hope you check us out. Again, we're thrilled to be open, and thank you so much for coming.
1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Oh, my finger! Perfect call.
Egg smashing. Egg. What do you?
Just an FYI, one of the Friendly Toast traditions is a egg cracking that's going to be taking place right here. So you may want to take a step or two back.
2, 3.